Okay, we should be live. Welcome to the stream, everyone. You can see right now I actually do have the Microcasting St. Louis Storm Tracker up and ready to go. So people should really here shortly be on the stream. And here's what we got. I actually have the NextRad Pro activated, and in just a second you'll be able to see that. But yeah, I do have my brand new exclusive microcasting NextRad Pro right now here. This is technology that I only have access to. This is something that the news can't even match, and it's radar data coming on in such a short period of time. And you can see here we do have a couple of more serious situations right now, and those are down here to the south, and you can see a hook echo here and a hook echo up here, and also a hook echo here. We're seeing a lot of classic hooks as these discrete supercells do head up here. This is by no means over yet, and this tornado watch is going to probably remain in effect for quite a while longer, as we do see more and more of the situation unfold. Let's get into some mesoanalysis. So let's start with the convective available potential energy index. And you can see here there's a lot of energy in the atmosphere right now for these storms to work with. If I actually take the probe tool, this is, we're exceeding 2,000 joules per kilogram in quite a few spots. This is much higher than what was initially expected, and this is just not good in general, as these storms are going to continue to strengthen. Probably as they go farther south, it's going to organize into a squall line. And as that squall line does get better organized, we're likely going to see a huge, line of severe winds and stuff. A new severe thunderstorm warning was just declared there. Let's take a look at the past few hours of this, and you can see here, this is the latest radar info. And you can see the live scan also there. But yeah, the severe weather stuff is crazy. And it's there's quite a bit that we're seeing right now, and the live scan needs to go. But the NextRad Pro stuff is still there. And as we do continue to get brand new data, you'll be able to see that. And you can see here it's gradually going farther back in time as it, quote unquote, remembers what it was supposed to do. So, here we go. With the NextRad Pro. I apologize for the low resolution and, now freezing of the microcasting radar. This is not good. Okay, I think I'm going to need to end the stream and go over to another part of this. So, I will be right back, guys. I promise the stream will resume. Okay. Can you hear me? I hope so. Because this is what we're going to have to deal with now. Here we are taking a look at the past 4 hours or so of Doppler radar, and you can just see what's been going on here. The rather clear, what was probably a tornado going on at one point. Here, I'll actually dive a little bit deeper into that. If we go back, all the way back to the beginning, watch this storm right here. This is a clear hook. I'm surprised the Weather Service never did issue a true severe thunderstorm warning on it. But it overall, it's been an issue. So if you look at this, continue to look at it as it moves along. Does that not look like a powerful tornadic thunderstorm? Possibly. I mean, is it just me, or does that look like a powerful storm? Because this thing is a nastier one, and if we look what's going on now, you can see we've got a nasty situation, and as these head south, this particular storm complex, I'll be monitoring this for you, but let's actually turn on some of the other tools that we have here, and so we can see a couple of things. Well, many things. First of all, rotation is, we do have a little bit of rotation with two storms. And so, when you have this rotation, there you go, severe thunderstorm warning just expired. These are problematic. You can see 2-inch hail right there. That's very large hail. And we also have 1-inch hail down to the south. These storms really are not looking very good. We're not seeing many kinds of tornado warnings in the way of that, and you can see this line extends all the way up into Ohio, where we do have one tornado warning, but that's really it. And back over in the St. Louis area, we do have quite a few severe thunderstorms with that possibility of a few tornadoes, which we'll probably be seeing later tonight. But yeah, very, very exciting what's going on now. And hopefully we won't have to worry about it that much. So yeah, I would hope that we do get a better handle of things, and hopefully we don't get too many more severe thunderstorms. But, you know, it's looking like we're probably going to. I'll go over the Categorical Storm Prediction Center outlook here shortly. But things are just not looking good. I apologize. I'm trying to get something up right now. Hopefully that'll be up here shortly. Alright, there we go. I got that done. So now that we're done with that, let's get right back to the storm tracking. So we have multiple things going on. If we take a look here, you can see the severe thunderstorm right here. 1-inch hail. You can even see a little bit of a hook there. So this is a supercell kind of merging with this line. And let's go over the kind of overall structure that you need for this. So if we take a look at the fronts, we do have a stationary, which is about to be a cold front. That's moving down and on through. We have a trough here. And this large plunge of cold and dry air. So we get the warm air from the Gulf, and we get the cold air from the north. And what you'll see happen is that these will clash and you'll get these severe weather phenomenons. And so what we're looking at now is one of those things. So by far the most severe storm, probably one that could produce a tornado, is this one. So we have 2-inch hail. It's headed this way. Let me actually get the storm tracker up here where we can extrapolate out this storm for you. So if we take a good look at that, here we go, and let's track this out. So this is probably where the tornado would be. So if there's a tornado here, there you go. The following cities are probably going to get some of this. So we have Ruma, we have Baldwin, we have Marisa, Tiddin, Connerville, Oakville, and Nashville, all likely to get hit by this within the next hour or so. So just get ready, prepare, because this thing could be a tornado warned storm at any point here soon. Going much farther up north, let's first of all take a look at the mean expected and estimated hail size. So you can see now the hail size in this storm has gone down to 1 inch. You can see the hail size on this has gone down to 1/2 inch. And here soon we'll probably see the latest data from the expected hail size on the microcasting storm tracker. This severe thunderstorm is looking like it does have some hail within it. We can actually take a look at this here, and it says this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County. I am sorry about that. That just crashed. Okay, we're back, and hopefully with no more crashes. Let's actually shift it over to the level 3. There you go. So you can still get the same radar data, maybe a little bit more delayed, but with less space, much more smooth, and much better for you guys to look at. So this storm has now gone down to 1-inch hail. That's the latest news. And we're also seeing that this is headed down south. This is in Illinois, just south of St. Louis. St. Louis got quite a bit of hail. I actually got some hail out of that myself, and that was not good. And I can show you a picture of that at some point. But yeah, I got some hail out of this storm. The storm would continue along its path, and this storm's probably going to likely head down south. And what I'm seeing here is a large lack of tornadoes, and that's definitely a good thing, but also definitely an unexpected thing, to say the least. I would have expected this storm to, quite a while ago, have dropped at least one tornado. But surprises come in all kinds of ways, shapes, and forms, and this is a good surprise, and that is that we've had a lack of tornadoes from this storm system. And that is a very good thing. A very good thing, I'll tell you. And it's something that we should be good with. Okay, there we go. Just a second. I just got some stuff going here, so I apologize if that did cause an issue on your end of things. I am attempting to get something fixed up. There we go. So yeah, there you go. We got all kinds of stuff. Whoa. And there we go. Can you just stop it? Now's not the time. And we're looking to see things just progress. And we're seeing these storms weaken. That is some good news. And let's actually take a look at some mesoanalysis. Here's the significant tornado parameter. And I do not like what I see. Those are some scary numbers. You're seeing things almost getting up to 3. That means that you could get an EF1, EF2 tornado here relatively quickly, actually. Which would be unfortunate to see, but also not completely out of the question. Yeah, but unfortunately, it does look like the significant tornado parameter is at a very high number. So let's now take a look at the supercell composite. And you can see we're getting up to 11. These are very high. And here's what I guess I gotta say about that. 2 things. Number 1. This is a very prone area for tornadoes, and we have a line of storms headed into it. Which means that we're probably here within the next hour or 2 going to see a lot of tornadoes spiraling out of control. And so here's what I gotta say about that. If you're down here, you need to be watching out for this. You need to be watching this extremely closely. And when I say extremely closely, I mean extremely closely. Do not let your guard down with this. And if we look at the HEI, that'll give us a really good perspective on what exactly is going on and where the conditions are best for some of this stuff. And that'll come up shortly. And there you go, the HEI also showing very tornado prone area here to the south. So just everyone be ready for that, because that is going to be problematic. And something that is just going to be an issue overall. But yeah, unfortunate. Looks like we're probably going to have some tornadoes. And speaking of the tornadoes, you can see that rotation there. And that is going to get stronger. That's only going to get stronger as it does head southward. So the farther southward it goes, the stronger it's going to get for now. So here's what we're looking at. I'm actually going to do some analysis here real quick on what exactly that's going to mean. Because I'm looking. Let's see what things are looking like at this current time down there, according to this. So I'm looking at some data, and they're saying this has the potential to produce violent tornadoes, which is very unfortunate. We're thinking like EF2s, EF3s, and that'll occur shortly, very, very shortly. Here, as these do head south, we're just going to start to see these really blow up and become something that, well, none of us wanted to see. So let's just shut this all down for just a little bit here, because Lord, that is a lot of stuff to look at. And let's talk about these storm prediction centers today. We'll keep radar on, as well as the watches, will be warnings. And the watch areas. Not the watch lines, but the watch areas. And if we take a look at the storm prediction centers forecast for today, they've been showing this enhanced risk. Now, here's something to know. The enhanced risk was never until today this large. It was about this large. And has gotten bigger. These storms are now farther south and are far enough south that despite the widespread severe weather chances, I'd say that if you're up here, you're probably in the clear. You are probably okay. But if you are farther south than this, especially around here, you still got some stuff to get through. There are gonna be some tornadoes. I fear there are going to be some tornadoes today that are going to be very violent and very dangerous. And that is something that is not fun to think about. If you take a look at mesoscale discussions, don't really have any effect at this time, which is a good thing. Let's take a look at storm reports here, so that way we can see what's going on here in the community. I will return on the NextRad Pro. And I will also reactivate the stuff there, the tracking. All this stuff is getting reactivated. And you can see still 1 inch hail, now 2 inch hail within the storm again. So this storm is very, very powerful and is remaining that way within this watch. The storm likely to head in this general direction. If you're in Sparta, if you're in Ava, you need to watch out for this. I'll get a storm track up for you. It doesn't matter what the motion vector is. If you're within Sparta, Pinkenville, Do Quintin, Cester, Royalton, Christopher, Beleaguer, Benton, West Frankfort, Johnson City, any of those areas, you need to be monitoring your weather very, very closely. As a matter of fact, many people should be monitoring their weather very, very closely. And there did seem to be something here. A funnel cloud has been reported. You can see that up there, and that is apparently along with this storm. I'm not sure what time that was submitted, which is not good because, well, that would be good to know. But I guess in the most basic terms, it just means that Easton, Albert, Germantown, Boylston, Halverton, Ashley, Woodtown, Mount Vernon, Chester, and Bonnie all need to be watching out for a potential tornado that could be on the ground. We're having many hail reports. I actually got some hail, like I said, when these storms were right up and around here. I got hit by a good amount of hail by these storms. I mean, hail encompassed all this area, and it's just not good. Hopefully, though, this system will not be as strong as I think of it to be. But like I said, if we go back to mesoscale analysis and go down to the significant tornado parameter, you can see a very high significant tornado parameter there. And then you can see the supercell composite also kind of matching that. We got a very high supercell composite. Basically, what I'd say is that if you're in the first circle, you're tornado prone. You need to be watching this very closely. And then the highest risk is inside of that circle. So, a very, very bad situation indeed. And something that does need to be watched here very, very closely. Something that needs to be watched so closely, in fact, that, well, we'll be continuing to cover for this area. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be gone for a little bit, maybe about 25 minutes or so, unless something real serious does happen. Maybe not that long, but I'm going to be gone for some time. And if anything serious does happen, I promise I will be back. And I will be back soon. Just not at the current moment. But yeah, I'm going to take a little break for just a little bit. Okay, and we should be back. Thank you so much for waiting. I apologize for it taking so long. Now that we are back, let's get into the absolute latest info on what's going on at this time. So we have, well, these storms that are headed down south and are ready to, will continue their southward movement. And so as they do that, well, they're probably going to bring hail with them. That's what we've been getting, many reports of hail. If we get the NextRad stuff back up, you can see lots of hail. This is headed south though, remember. So this is not completely over yet. Even though it's rather clear that these storms are out of St. Louis, I'm still going to be watching these until they get around Cape Girardeau. That'll be when I stop. Or I will stop whenever the severe threat seems to have gone down enough. But I do not think that the severe threat has gone down enough yet. These are right now congealing into a line of thunderstorms. That's why there isn't much severe activity. But after that, as they get down to this tornado-prone area, you could see just some discrete supercells form ahead of the storms. And that would be what would cause those tornadoes. Some of which could be stronger. That tornado watch here really does extend quite far down south and will entail quite a few locations. Ohio right now really getting a lot of rain from this, but here we are with this line of storms that really did give the St. Louis area a beating. As these do head south though, still something to watch and still a threat to our area. I think I will be ending the live stream right when this line gets out of our viewing area, but we still got a little while before that happens. These are still well within the viewing area, still with lots of hail and lots of potential to become severe. So this isn't over yet. The Storm Prediction Center, still, let's go over that outlook again. The Storm Prediction Center has said that, well, there's an enhanced risk everywhere that these storms are. I'm legitimately surprised we aren't seeing more severe weather out of this with all the watches and stuff. This really isn't turning out to be as much of a severe weather day as we thought it would be. Still, though, we are just getting into the peak of the day. We've just passed the normal peak, but I think that tonight we could definitely get some more severe weather as well. So as these do head south, still something to watch. This entire area just needs to be watching this very, very closely. As these do head down, you can see a tornado warning. This is very persistent. It looks as if there could be a tornado there. Full-blown tornado. If we look at storm reports, doesn't look like there are any reports of a tornado, but there are damages of, well, wind damage. So these storms are definitely capable of producing quite the damage, and are also definitely capable of producing a lot of well, energy and rain. Rain and flooding doesn't seem to be too much of a problem here. Indiana really getting a lot of flooding out of this, a lot of rain, and Unfortunately, it looks like there's going to be continuation of that. New severe thunderstorm warning just went in effect. If for some reason, even though this is for St. Louis, you're watching from Ohio, here you go, severe storm warning. What have I done? I still don't completely know how to use my own program, but that's okay. Let's just... What have I done? How do I turn this off? Okay. It's going to be frustrating. And it crashes. Okay. That's cool. Oh dear. Okay, I'm sorry guys. This is really becoming a problem. Okay. Jeez. Get out. Okay. I can fix this. Okay, you know what guys? I need to end the stream here.